Hello, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I'm still doing my 31 days of horror movie reviews, and we are still doing the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, but this time it's part 4. Yes, A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, The Dream Master. This came out the same year I was born, 1988. In fact, my mother took me to see this in the theater when I was like 4 months old, or however old I was. It's pretty fucked up. This film is directed by Renny Harlin, which is very random but true, and it picks up pretty much where the end of the last movie left off, where we see Kristen, played by a different actress, and Kincaid and Joey. They're survivors of Freddy Krueger. They want to believe that he's dead, but of course he comes back. And not only does he come back for revenge, but he wants some new kids as well. Now, what I think of Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, is I enjoy this movie. I do. First things first, Patricia Arquette did not come back to play Kristen, and that sucks. It's bothersome. I don't want to blame this actress that's playing the new Kristen Tuesday night. She's fine for what she has to do, but it's just there's an instant disconnect. I hate when that happens, and the reason why Patricia Arquette didn't want to come back, I can't blame her. You have Joey and Kincaid, two of the more interesting characters from the last movie, and they just get killed off. They get killed off in the first, 15 minutes, if that? Especially Kincaid. Like, why? Why would you do that to that character? Why is his dog, in his dreams, pissing fire? It's so weird, but you see the resurrection of Freddy, which the explanation is just that he can't die. It's like, we thought we killed him, we thought it would be easy, but no, he just keeps coming back. And Joey, I will say Joey's death in the water bed with the model, of course, that's, if you're gonna take Joey out, that makes sense. And Freddy with the one-liners, how's that for a wet dream? Very creepy, but funny all at the same time. Tuesday night as Kristen, look, I like what the character had to do at first. She has this friend Alice that she can relate to, but the fact that she just ends up being somebody to bring Alice into her dream and then get killed off, it's no wonder why Patricia Arquette didn't want to come back. It's like, you read the script and it's like, really? I get killed off? All of us get killed off in the first 20 minutes? What's the point? No thank you. And I can't blame her. A new director comes in, doesn't really care about the previous characters, so he wants to introduce his own characters like Alice. And I do like Alice. I do, played by Lisa Wilcox. I like her because she starts off at the beginning very shy, awkward to talk to. She daydreams all the time of the person that she wishes she could be. And every person that dies, ever since Kristen dies, she starts to gain their soul or their personality. It's weird. But in gaining these personalities, she gets stronger, and that's where she becomes a badass by the end of it. And in theory, okay, fine, cool. Personally, I would have rather of her learned from the situation, grown as a person on her own, become strong because she just becomes strong. That's what I would have done, but at the same time, I love the montage of her putting together her gear and the music, the 80s rock and roll music playing. Fucking A. It's so 80s, but I do love it. You can tell Renny Harlin is such an action director. There's so much more stuff exploding in this movie, between the junkyard scene of all the cars blowing up, and then in the classroom when the windows just burst for no reason, just because he probably thought it looked cool. And the new characters we get introduced to, besides Alice, her brother Kevin, who I actually do like, and I don't understand why he had to get killed off, especially the way that he did. Dan is somebody, when you first meet him, you think he's going to be just the good-looking guy that Alice likes or that people like, but really he's a douchebag, or he's an asshole. But really quickly on, you see that he is a nice guy. He will defend these people. He will be there for Alice, and so you instantly like him. Let's talk about Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger. Even though it's kind of convoluted of how Freddy comes back, even though his powers seem to be limitless and you can't stop this guy, he kills so many people in the first half of this movie so easily, so decisively, that you just, that's why I said it's sad. It's like, man, there's no hope for the one girl, Sheila, that he sucks the air out of her body. I don't even think she knew who Freddy was or anything about him. And Alice, when she gets sucked into the theater, which was kind of a cool effect, and you see her at the diner, and Freddy starts eating the sausage heads on that pizza, and they're screaming out. For some reason, I want to say subconsciously, I remember seeing that as a baby, and it fucked me up, because every time I get to the scene here, it does something to me. Speaking of gross, the Roach Motel, the girl that he turns into a literal cockroach, that effect is amazing. Again, I can't stress enough practical effects and just the creativity. Sure, they do. There's a lot of great moments. There's a lot of good moments that I enjoy, that I can watch. I just wish story-wise, script-wise, they did some different things. They didn't kill off every single one of these characters. The one shot of the cemetery, and you see all these names of all these characters that I've loved in the last few movies, Nancy especially. I'm just like, oh, why do we do this? Why are we killing off all these likable kids? The very end, where Freddy, like the souls are, the faces are in his chest, and they all start to come out and their arms are ripping him apart. That's just gross looking, but it's not bad. It's certainly a lot better than some of these sequels we're about to come up on. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you too like this film. Do you like it more than I do, or are you not into it? Do you hate that our characters get killed off so easily? Like, comment, subscribe. Later!